amazing people. This is your girls, April and Kisha, here with Chit and Chat with April and Kisha. We discuss everything from womanhood to motherhood, sisterhood, parenthood, adulthood, childhood, and the hood.
So grab your favorite beverage and let's get to chit-chatting.
All righty. So let me take these glasses off.
I know you're trying to look studious.
I know, yeah, I'm trying to be studious with the glasses, but the glare keeps going into my glasses. So I only need them when I'm trying to read. Because I can't see a thing. That's part of aging.
Exactly.
So today's episode, we're going to talk about two of the women in our lives that we call the queen of our hearts. So this episode is called All Hail the Queens. And the queens are none other than our mother and our grandmother.
Yes.
They are very private, so we're not gonna say their names.
Nope, they just gonna be mom and granny.
Yeah, they're gonna be mom and granny, and they know who they are because they are private. But since part of chitting and chatting, we talk about motherhood. We decided to have give our mother and our granny their flowers while they are still here with us. So. Yes. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my sister Kisha, and we will talk about who you want to talk about first. Because I'm telling you, my mom and my granny, they something for the peoples.
Okay, so first of all, let me just say today's beverage of choice is cranberry juice. Right. Straight. That's it. Love me some cranberry juice.
And I am still on my water intake, so I still got my high quality H2O, and this girl, what is it? This girl needs a sip of wine because I'm trying to get my mind together to drink this water. So this is my in the wine glass.
All right.
I'm trying, y'all. Plus it is hot. So I'm trying.
All right. And first, before we get started, also, let me show y'all these t-shirts we got. These are nice. Look, sorry, I got the same about the boobies. But look at these t-shirts. They are so cute. Well, you know what, April, do you? Oh, no.
I know. I'm all my boobs all up in the
And I'm already blurring, but, you know, hey,
with
this is what we're doing.
There
we go. This is what we're doing. Okay. There are things going on.
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. We are well endowed, as they say.
We get it from our mama. All right, so let's see. First person we're gonna talk about. Well, let's just start with the matriarch of the family, since because our mama is a lot, and we may need to debrief a little bit when it comes to her. So let's talk with Granny.
Yes, and y'all, and we don't want this episode to be emotional, but it may get emotional because they are like truly like the queen and the queen mother of our hearts.
Yes.
So let's discuss the one and only Granny.
Oh yes. So my granny is a vibrant, outspoken, sometimes when she want to be 91-year-old who still piddles around in her yard.
That's what she said. She to
the point that we have to be like, get in the house. So yeah. And she's hard-headed, but you know what, as I think about it, the women in our family are hard-headed, so we get it from her. Honestly. So, and like I said,
but don't
this is a family full of women. Yes. So we get that part, honestly. And I don't know how my granddaddy did it. Because I be thinking myself, like sometimes when I deal with your grandma, because she be yours now. When I have to deal with Granny, I be like, ooh, Papa was a strong man.
Yes, he was. And this is an inside joke, but to my family who knows, if you know, you know, don't say we said it. So,
oh yes.
But yeah, not only that, she's prissy. She is classy. She's poised. She's prissy. But do not get her wrong. So my granny and I, we share a lot of things in common. But one thing we share in common is our zodiac sign. And I know there's some folks that don't get into zodiac signs for reasons and all of that. And I get it. But I'm saying this because both of us are Aries, and Aries is a fire zodiac signs. So we can be fiery. And for folks who know me, know, I can go from 0 to 100 like that. But let me tell you about my granny. Now, granny, she is sophisticated, she classy, she poised, she prissy, but don't get her wrong. Do not get her wrong, because then you will see the fire side of her. And I'm just saying, and there's probably a lot of people that'll be watching this be like, yo, granny is not like that, because you don't know granny like we know granny. And
Exactly.
we love her. And like I said, she is strong-willed, she is prissy, she is all of that, but just don't get her wrong, because then you'll see another side of granny. And she loves her family and she loves hard, but she also don't play. Yep. She would give tough love where tough love is needed. Yes. What else can we say about her? Yeah, you know what? And it's hard raising your parents and your grandparents, because
it's hard raising your parents. It's harder raising your grandparents.
It's hard.
Yeah, I be wanting to put her in timeout sometimes. I do, but then I remember she got kids, so they can deal with it.
Yeah.
And I be calling them, be like, your mother, you need to deal with that.
Yes.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because we got our mama. I'm gonna need you to deal with your mama.
Exactly. I am the grandchild. Yeah. I need you to deal with your mama.
Exactly. And they be like, were you there? Yeah, because okay, so I live in North Carolina and my sister lives in Virginia. And my grandmother she has 4 kids, she has 6 grandkids. We call the 4 kids the 4 seasons, because each one of them has a personality of a season. And then the grandkids is 6 of us. We call each other the 6-pack. We go by numbers. I'm number 2, Kisha's number 3. And then she has great grandkids, and then she got great grandkids, right? So and we're kind of scattered all through Virginia and North Carolina. And so, but my sister is the closest one to my granny in location wise. So they always call her and want, hey, can you do this for mom? Check mom, this, that, and the third. So that's why sometimes my sister be like, hey, granny ain't trying to listen. That's y'all mama. Y'all deal with her, because I got to deal with my mama. Because baby, my mama, our mama, we love her, but she could be something for the people too. And she just like granny, but she won't admit it. She won't admit it. Because we be looking at her and we be like, ain't that the same thing granny do? And then she got a nerve to be irritated with granny about doing it, but she doing it too. Because it's always something, I don't know how y'all feel, but how I feel is there's always something that irritates you about your parent. Whether when we was little, she would do something like we couldn't do. Like my mama was tough. She ain't no joke. So we, as you see, we moved from my granny to my mama. So our mama was tough. She loved hard, but she loved you and she loved hard, but she did not play that. And like we had to be home before the street lights came on. Like if that light started flickering, that pole light, you better be home before that light started flickering. If that light started flickering, you already at home too late.
Yep. Exactly.
So we had to be home. And if we was not at home, there was consequences to us not being home before the lights come on. So we'd be like, mama, she's just so mean. She mean. Right. So, stuff like it would irritate you. But then as you grow up, you start acting like your mama. You're like, woo, child, I'm acting like my mama. Well, that's how my mama and my granny is. My mama has some characteristics of my granny, and my mama, I keep saying my mama, but our mama don't see that. But me and my sister see it. So, yeah. So speaking of our mother, I just give all the flowers to our mama. Our mama has sacrificed. She was a single parent. Again, I might have mentioned before, I have a lot of siblings, but that's on my daddy. My mama has me and Kisha. So we're the closest. We grew up in the same household, and my mom was a single parent. Granted, we kind of country city girls, or city country girls, however you want to say it. So granted,
we country city girls.
Country city girls,
and we can grow stuff in the ground and deal with the. Well, yeah, I got a garden. You be quiet.
I don't do all that.
But I mean, you know, we can get out there and we can be in the country and have no problems being in the country and being okay. And then we can come back and be in the city and still be, you know, just as hood as we want to be. But I mean, I think that was just how we grew up. We spent an equal amount of time with our mama and with our mom out at our grandparents' house.
Which is the
So
country.
which is
So
in the
because
country.
we always say when you go across the bridge, we always say we going to the country.
Yeah.
That was our thing in our lingo. We going to the country, like going to the country. Which country? We're going across the bridge, but that was country to us. So I say this to say, you know, my mama just did not play that. She was raising girls in our neighborhood. I love our neighborhood. Shout out to Rivermont.
Whoop, whoop,
Rivermont, do and die. Although I no longer live in Rivermont, that is my hood.
Yep.
That's where I grew up at. Shout out to Rivermont.
Yes.
But I go back to say that my mama did not play that. When she said she won't, even she's a single parent, even though we had a village, you know, it says it takes a village to raise, she was still the parent. When she say, this is what I say, it don't matter what daddy and mama say, which is our papa and our grandma, you my children, this is what I say, and this is what I say, go in the house. And that's what went in the house. But I tell you, even though she was tough, I mean, she just did not play that at all. She sacrificed a lot for us. She made sure we was educated. You know, I got associate, bachelor's, and a master's degree. You know, my sister is a LPN. My sister's a doula. She's a doula. She's a school nurse. She deal with kids all the time. I deal with kids all the time. I don't know how we end up dealing with kids all the time, because you know, these kids these days are something for the people. But you know, she made sure we had what we needed, and we grew and we didn't become negative statistics.
Right.
And then now I'm grown. I'm a single mom. Even though my mom even though my child is an adult, I was a single mom. Didn't plan on being a single parent, but became a single parent. And my mom has lived with me, and she still lives with me, and she gonna live with me. Even though getting off the subject, but the plan was and then I'm thinking about this. The plan was 6 months with me and 6 months with Kisha.
I got too many kids.
No. This was even before she had the Huxtable house. 6 months with me and 6 months with Kisha. And it didn't have to be a straight 6 months. You could break it up 3 months here, 3 months there, 2 months, you know, break it up.
I be asking. She always, I got this and I got that. Yeah, okay. That's what she be saying.
How is it? How is
argue with your mama?
How is it I'm 51 weeks and she 1 week?
I tried to keep her 2. She the one told the kids she was leaving back in a week.
But see, now you got the loud house. She ain't trying to deal with it. But before you had that loud house. But anywho,
her for
I digress. I digress. The point is, my mother lives with me. She gonna live with me. And she sacrificed a lot for us. She helped me, you know, raise my child. So my child, for those who don't know, so my child is like her child. When he around, she forgets she got 2 kids. That's daughters. Like he is her child. That's my child. But she act like he my brother and not my son, because he just the king. It's just the only reason why I got power of attorney, because she deal with me. But guess who next? My child.
I'm Prince Harry in this family. I'm just saying. I'm Prince Harry in this family.
You're wrong for that.
I'm gonna call it what it is.
But I'm just saying,
the royal family, I am Prince Harry.
You know you're wrong for that. But I'm just saying, my child is like her child. Like they glued at the hip. if we, like I said, we said earlier, it's hard raising parents. So if we like, Mom, you need to do A, B, C, D, and she ain't trying to do it, we pick up that phone, call my child call her, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so that's our mama. We love her, and she's up in age. She's getting ready to celebrate a birthday. So we got some surprises for her. And she kind of gets upset when we spend money on her and take her nice places and
Mm-hmm.
just lavish her with gifts and whatnot. Now, unlike my granny, because you're gonna lavish her with gifts because that's what you're supposed to do, and that's what she expecting. She the matriarch, you know, you gonna lavish her with gifts, and she appreciate it, but that's what she, you know, expect, and that's what we like, because granny, you're the matriarch. But with my mom, when you lavish her with gifts and just take her on trips and stuff, she just be like, y'all don't have to do that, y'all shouldn't do that, you need to save your money, you got this, that, and the third, da 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 da. It's called budget. My mama taught us how to budget. We've been budgeting all our life, and we've been budgeting on pen and paper. That's how we learn how to budget.
We
That's
don't
how
do
we still budget.
Ain't no great no Google Docs and all of that. No, honey. You break out that notebook with that piece of paper.
Them calculated and your fingers.
Or the back of an envelope.
Exactly. And you budget. And you count your fingers and your toes. That's how we budget. So we got this, and we'll be like, Mom, we got this. You know, I have a even though I work too many jobs, but I have, you know, I have a business, you know, author, speaker, develop course, all this stuff, you know, got other income coming in. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna do this, you know, for mom and stuff. And she'd be like, no, maybe because she lives with me and she know what I gotta pay, because this rent is like paying a mortgage. And she just like, you need to save this and stuff. And I'm like, Mom, you know, I got this, or, you know, Kisha got this, or even my son contributes. We got this. And she's humble, and she just does not like to be fussed over. But guess what? Whatever. That's our mama, and we're gonna fuss over her. So we are who we are because of Granny and our mother. We love hard, we play hard, we can give tough love. Like I said, I'm an Aries, so I'm fiery, so I can go from 0 to 100. But guess what? My mama ain't an Aries, but she don't play that neither.
Yeah, she a Cancer.
Yeah, and she would nuck if you buck. I'm just trying to say, don't play her, because she would nuck if you buck. She
don't care if you are male or female.
No, oh no, she don't care what your gender is. You come at her wrong.
Yeah, she got a reveal for you.
Look, y'all don't say we say that. She gonna be like, but yeah, so yeah, all hail the queens to our granny and our mother, who we like to call the queen mom and the queen. Yeah, it's just a lot. They are feisty. I'm telling you, they feisty, they're fighters. Like my sister was saying, our granny is 91, and it is hot, it's hot. And she outside
piddling around.
That's what she call it. When we call her and say, hey granny, what you doing? I'm just piddling. So she outside piddling around.
Yep.
I don't know what she doing.
Bed. She still mow her own front yard.
And we got somebody to come out there to mow the yard, to cut the hedges, to whatever needs to be done.
Yep. She lets them do the back. She won't let them do the front yard. That front yard is hers.
And then she be in the house talking about her hip hurt.
All right. So what's your favorite granny moment?
Oh my God.
I don't even know.
I don't know, because granny is, I don't know. It is not like my favorite granny moment. It's like my favorite granny moments. So we all get together. When we all get together at it don't matter whose house she at. It could be at anybody's house, and we all come together. We at least try to come together like once or twice a year. It's usually during a holiday or something. We try to get, you know, all her kids together, most of her grandkids, most of her great grandkids, because spread out, grown, all of that. You know, some of us in the military, some of us is in flying in friendly skies. Yeah. So she would and she's always been like this. We be at a gathering and she be at the table and she be eating. And why is she always the last person to finish eating? Me and my mama was talking about this today. She is the last person to finish it. We done ate, we done chit chatted, we done did all kinds of stuff, and she's sitting there just still eating. And the reason why she do that is because she's soaking it all in. If this conversation going on over here and this conversation going on, she trying to listen to this one, trying to listen to that one. She trying to get it all in. So therefore, she just, as she call it, piddling when she eating, because we done ate, we done talked, da 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 da, and she just a laughing, and she still got like a
Oh
whole
no, you're from.
plate of food because she
Yeah.
just wants to be, she's just into everybody's conversation and just soaking it all in, that all her kids are there and what we all talking about, so she won't miss a beat. So she be the last one to finish eating. And we be like, Granny, you finished eating yet? My mama and my aunts be like, Mama, yeah, you finished eating? And she be like, oh no, I was just sitting here. And she just be sitting there. Yeah. That is like one of my favorite moments. What about you?
So my favorite moment, I think Papa had passed. So it might have been like maybe a couple years after he had passed. I think we were out there for, I want to say homecoming. It was one of the last times we had actually all got together as a family for homecoming or whatever. And so, Granny always made the bomb macaroni and cheese.
Yes, ma'am.
So we all sitting there, we all got our plates and stuff. And I get sit down. Nobody's really saying anything, but everybody just kind of got this look on their face. So I bite into the mac and cheese, and I was like, So the first one, maybe I bit something and it was with something. So I'm like, let me get everything out, take a little swig of water, and I'm gonna go back in on the mac and cheese, So I done went back in. I got me a full fork for mac and cheese, and I had to pop that thing in my mouth because it was all nice and good. And girl, this taste, and I was like, so Steph was like, "Is it different?" And I'm like, "Do yours taste different?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "It." So ain't nobody gonna say nothing about this mac and cheese being different. No, y'all wouldn't say nothing. Everybody just looking crazy. So you know me. I'm like, Granny, what you do this mac and cheese? Why she come out her mouth and say, oh, I was just being lazy. And I used some Kraft mac and cheese and then just put the rest of the stuff in there. Ma'am, what did you do? Girl, she made the box Kraft macaroni and cheese, then put it in the pan and added the rest of the stuff.
Like she was cooking it from scratch like she usually do.
Girl, I was too through. I was just being lazy. No, ma'am, we do not do that. So that's why I started cooking mac and cheese, because I was like, I can't do this.
Yes, so Kisha cooks the mac and cheese like Granny, and I cook potatoes. I make the potato salad like Granny, because everybody can't make Granny's potato salad, and some people try, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But so I have inherited the potato salad recipe from Granny, and Kisha has inherited the mac and cheese recipe
because I was
Granny,
done. I said, I get it, you tired, but my taste buds need to be. You can't be bringing stuff like that on me. I'm like, I was serious. I was like, ain't nobody gonna say no. Y'all just gonna eat this.
Yes, because it was right after we were still grieving, very much grieving, and that was like one of the first homecomings. For those who don't know, when we say homecoming, because we from the country, homecoming is when our church celebration. Once a year, everybody comes home and goes to our specific church, and it leads up to revival. So we usually come home for homecoming, and that was like the first homecoming since our grandfather had passed. He hadn't even passed a year yet, because this was in August and he had passed in October. So it hadn't been a year yet. So we was all in our feelings. we still come in the house and feel his presence and knowing that he's not there. I couldn't go down the hall to like the bedroom. Didn't even want to go to the bathroom because that was close to the bedroom, and it was just different. So of course, wasn't nobody trying to say nothing, but of course, Kisha. We in there trying to, hip hop, hip it to the hip, rappers delight how they talk about the macaroni and cheese, but you ain't trying to say nothing. We weren't trying to say nothing, but we knew it wasn't right. But we knew she was still grieving because my granny can make the bomb macaroni and cheese. I'm telling you. So we knew something was up because that won't. But all we can say is
yeah.
Y'all says you get the macaroni and cheese. Who fixes the granny? Fixes the cheese. Because this ain't granny macaroni and cheese.
And I'm like, no, granny, what's going on? No, what's wrong with you? You put some crap mac and cheese in that. Yes. I was, oh, honey, I was distraught. That day I started looking at mac and cheese. I was asking granny. I was asking friends. What y'all put in y'all mac and cheese? Girl, yes. I could not do it.
So
I could not do it. It was not working for me. Why? What is your favorite mama moment? Girl, we got so many.
Oh my God.
Girl, we got so many.
Girl. I don't even know. It is, oh my God. Girl, I don't even know.
All right, I got mine. All right.
What is yours?
No, one of mine.
Oh, she said one of. What is yours?
So my mama is not a drinker.
I knew that's what you was gonna say. I had a feeling that's what you was gonna say.
My mama is not a drinker, but she decided that one day she was gonna go drinking with her friend. And her friend lived down the street from us. Like, you had to go down the street and walk across this huge grassy lot field, and then that woman's house was on the corner, whatever. So we were like, okay, that's fine. I think we were probably about 10 and 14, something like that. We were older kids. So she went out there and she was drinking or whatever. And so she calls us. Yeah, she calls us and she says, hey, I'm walking home. So me and April was like, okay, it's dark. And it's probably about 11 o'clock at night. And I was like, I'm probably drunk. So let's just walk down and get her. April's like, okay, let's just go. So we walk. And I mean, and in the neighborhood, when we say Rivermont, in the neighborhood at that time, it was okay to walk the street that night because you knew everybody. You knew everybody. Yeah. And I mean, literally every house down the road was somebody we knew. So we had no problem. So we walking and we're like, okay, we get across the field and we hear them giggling, like already on the corner. And so they're walking or whatever. And the next thing I hear, there's this car that's driving down the road and the guys yell something out at mama and her friend. And this is the first time I have ever heard my mama use the F word. And she was like, F you. And I'm like, look over at April and I'm like, did mama just say that?
It was like, we gotta get her home.
Like, I have been on this world. Look, I have been on this earth for 10 years. I have never heard her say the F word. Even to this day, she uses it sparingly. So I'm just kind of going, okay. We get to her. We're walking her home. Everything goes fine. And we just lead her from the door straight to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, are we going to put her in the bed? And my sister like, no, we just going to let her lay right here on the floor. Just get our pillow in the blanket.
She was like, we let my pull in the blanket.
We let my mom on the bathroom floor and went to bed.
Y'all,
she was mad at us the next morning.
She was the one that said, give me a pull in a blanket.
Yeah, she was mad at us the next morning for leaving her on the floor. We just like, you don't even know what happened.
She sure do, though.
Because we had to make sure.
Yeah, we had to make sure her friend, and we ain't gonna mention no names. I don't even know if she's still on this earth, bless her heart. We had, cause we could see her walk to her house, so we had to make sure she made it back and walked into her house. I was, see, back in the 80s, it was different. Because my mama don't drink like that, and I don't know what in the world she was drinking, what they were celebrating, but I remember that.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yes, that was funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, let me tell. Oh, I got a moment. It won't funny to me.
Oh.
But but you know how I said we had to be home before the street lights was on, and you know back in the day we could play all day long because I can't believe the same sun is the same sun we played in, but
Yeah.
we could play all day long. So I was at and you know we grew up in Rivermont. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody's houses were close. Anyway, so one day I was not home before the street. I was on my way home, but I went home in the house by the time the street lights came on, and she came out looking like Mama's Family, Thelma Harper, in the neighborhood with her house coat, slippers, and rollers, hair rollers in her head, looking for me.
Oh my God.
That's all I can say. So embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I was over at a friend's house on Bedford Avenue. I know y'all don't know what streets we talking about. So I had came across Bedford Avenue. It was coming down the hill from Grayson Street, coming down the hill, and she was walking up the hill. I was on my way home, but I wasn't at home before the lights came out. And she out in the neighborhood. And of course, this was like the summertime. So you know, everybody outside, roller skating, riding a bike, whatever. And she out here. And what make it so bad, before I saw her, one of my boys, when I said boys, my friends, homeboys, was like, your mama looking for you. Like, your mama looking for you. As soon as he said that, and I hit that hill, she's sitting at the bottom of the hill, walking up the hill with rollers in her head, looking like Thelma Harper from Mama's Family. Mine is the knee-high stockings.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I had one of the moments too.
That's all I can say. Because when she said be in the house, she meant be in the house. So
yep. And if we were latchkey kids too. So remember that time that Papa came to the house and
you wouldn't let him in. She said, don't let nobody in the house.
She had told us, she said, do not answer this door for anybody. I don't care who it is. My grandfather, bless his heart, had to go to the bathroom. So he stopped by our house, like in between one of his jobs, because he was a delivery driver. He had to go to the bathroom. Do you know, me and my sister sat on the steps of our house looking at my grandfather through the window going, we can't let you in. And it wasn't that we didn't want to let him in. We couldn't let him because we knew if we let him in, we was going to get a spank.
She said don't let nobody in. Well, now we know we could have let Papa in. But the point is, she said don't let nobody in. So we ain't let him in.
That's right. And he said that was like the laugh of the year. Because he said, them kids were sitting on that step looking at me. And I had to go to the bathroom. We're going.
We was looking at him.
We sorry, but Mama said don't let nobody in. And if it's you or me, it's going to be you. I love you, but I ain't taking that one.
So, yeah. So, okay, y'all. So, look, that's enough about our granny and our mama, because Lord knows when they find out that this episode can come out and it's about them, I can just imagine, especially my mama, I can just see her face. So, she probably won't never see this episode. She might hear about it. I'm pretty sure she's gonna hear about it, but we love you, Mom. So yeah, like I said, for this episode, all hail the queens, our granny and our mama. Another thing about my mama is she's a caregiver. She took care of everybody, even though she was a single parent, she took care of everybody's kids. The neighborhood kids, everybody in the neighborhood of Rivermont, they might not know her name, but they know her mom. Hey mom, da 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 da. And to this day, they will walk up to her and say, hey mom, and she may know your face, but might not know your name. And she'll come back to Kisha and I say, you know, such and such a person. He's like, who mom? She be trying to describe such and such that went to school with Kisha, but the sister went to school with you, April. And then you went.
And I'm like, that's everybody.
She'll do all of that. Yeah, she'll do all of that, but everybody know her as mom. Yeah, when we was growing up, you know, and was dating them guys, they weren't playing because they knew April and Keisha's mama did not play.
Yes.
They did not play. If you came to see us, you better come and see us when she at home. Because if she ain't home, you
ain't
can't
getting
come up in that place. Period. You can't come up in there, and we can't be outside chit chatting with you until she get home. She ain't play that. And when you came, you had to leave at a certain time because y'all ain't staying the night. Y'all better go somewhere else. Because when 8 o'clock get here, y'all got to get.
And don't be sitting there acting disrespectful.
Oh no.
There was no going in your room. You stayed in that living room, and you know you were just, and she would give you your space, but they knew they don't do nothing out of the ordinary. You won't gonna get the back end. That's all it was.
Because like I said, if you nuck, she will buck.
And it won't us telling them.
If you buck, she will nuck. I said that wrong. If you buck, she will nuck.
And it won't her telling them what the rules were. It was up to us to tell them what the rules were. Because if we didn't tell them, then it was on us when we got in trouble. So we were like, yeah, we're not dealing with that. Y'all don't live with my mom.
Exactly right. So yeah, we had to be off the phone at 9 o'clock. I was like, what the word? 9 o'clock, we done finished homework. It's time to talk. She's like, no, you gonna be off that phone at 9 because by 10, your butt needs to be in the bed.
Girl, we couldn't even call in to the lovers hour and leave a message.
I know, right? Back then we had the lovers hour. We couldn't because the lovers hour was at 11. They ain't start taking phone calls to 10. We had to be off the phone and
yes, we had to be off the phone. So girl, y'all, you imagine us? We sitting there trying to call and hurry up and get our message through. And then they got a nerve to want to record stuff, people's voices and stuff. They used to read them out, but then they would also record verses.
Or it's always busy because everybody trying to call in to the quiet storm, the lovers hour. And the lovers hour was only 11 to 12.
Exactly.
Anyway, I tell you, the 80s, child, the 80s, woo, some good times.
Yes.
So amazing people. Thank you for watching this podcast, is Chitting and Chatting with me and my sister Kisha. And we will see you soon again. If you have comments of topics that you would like for us to discuss, drop it in the comment section. And until then, my sister, do you have anything to say?
All I'm saying is have a good day, good people. If you somewhere where it's hot, stay inside, get you some cool to drink. And you know what? I see y'all on the black side.
All right. So amazing people, we wish you blessings and love.